the state's voters are certainly going to keep in mind when they go to the polls in June for the state primary. The 19th Congressional District is up for grabs, incorporating wide swaths of ag land. Whoever represents the 19th will need a strong voice and a quick wit to get the water flowing. Here's the first of 3 segments introducing those candidates.
We need to have a long-term solution that includes surface and subsurface, some sort of conveyance for water around the delta, and conservation. I watched the Washington people pick their guy. I watched the Sacramento people pick their guy. And my question is, well, where's the voice of the people? Where's the choice of the people? Given the mood of the country lately, I don't think people are very excited or very happy with what's coming out of Washington or what's coming out of Sacramento. As a matter of fact, I think they're sick of it. I'm a quick study. I think anybody who's been around me and seen much of how I operate know that I get smart on an issue and I continue to grow smarter on that issue. Certainly, water issues have been around California since there was a California. I guarantee you, when its time comes, I'll be ready to debate anybody on any topic having to do with water.
I really didn't think I would run again. I had been there and had a chance to do a lot of things and work on issues that were very important to me. I was heavily encouraged to get back in and get back into the fight. There's no easy answer to it, but the only way we solve the problem, the only way that we move forward with it is by addressing, I think, more on a global level and looking at the entire valley. For too long, they've tried to split us, and east and west, north and south. The biggest problem we have is that we have an infrastructure that was designed for half the number of people living in California and far fewer acres being irrigated. We've grown, our infrastructure hasn't. As chairman of the Resources Committee, I had a strong record of working with everybody and getting things done, and I have the ability to do that now.
A forum to explain the state's plan rolled through the Central Valley in January. The speakers had little resistance in the central part of the state. But when this water bond discussion moves both to the north and to the south, there's sure to be stronger opposition.
Our infrastructure is infrastructure that is 50 years old, that was never anticipated to be used by 38 million people. What's critical about this 5-bill package is that if we get started today, and if we are lucky and do not have any natural disasters in and around the Delta, then we can stay ahead of the game.
Environmental interests and a general lack of concern in the more populated urban parts of California pose the biggest threat to the plan. As we've mentioned before, the world's largest agricultural exposition just wrapped up this week, and the World Ag Expo is the launching pad, if you will, for products and ideas that help improve efficiency, increase yields, and ultimately feed the world.
Rotates the bin a complete 180 degrees, which ensures that all the product will fall out of the bin.
This is our new Auto Farm Integra display, which provides you the ability to see all of your on-screen controls. It gives us multiple field views. It's a very high-powered display, which is matched with the high-powered roof module, giving us more control over the farming operation out there in the field.
Provide shade to protect workers from heat stress. This will save you a ton of money because besides no one wanting to have a employee hurt on their property, it takes away a lot of the liability. It's good for the property owner, it's good for the farm labor contractor, and it's good for the worker.
When this ANN special edition continues, we're going to go global. U.S. ag production and technology feeds the world. We're going to see some of the big reasons why.
Current and accurate. This is ANN.
Hi, we're here with Tom Thomas with OMC. Tom, you have some great new innovations and equipment here. Can you tell us about them?
Absolutely. This is a later model piece of equipment. It's featuring our FAST system. It's got fully automatic shaking technology, and it just takes a lot of the operation away from the driver. So you can set into it what you want the machine to do as far as time-wise, RPM-wise in the orchard. The driver will drive ahead. He'll push a button, the machine will shoot the head out, it'll grab the tree, it'll clamp, it'll shake for a certain amount of time, it'll unclamp and retract back to the driver. He's just driving straight ahead again. It takes some of the, it makes it a little more fuel efficient, takes some of the time and driver operation out of it from the driver.
Thank you, Tom. As you can see, we have a whole lot of shaking going on with these great products from OMC.
Every day, more and more water is being cut off to the California farmer. As a result, every day we must import more foreign food. In China, farmers often use excess amounts of pesticides for produce. And in other Asian countries, untreated animal and human waste is used by farmers to treat the soil. Today, the U.S. imports more food than it exports. Do we really want more foreign food?
Sunrise on another peaceful day in Alveston. Alveston, where the electricity is free and the builders spare trees. The water is clean and the grass is green. In fact, the whole town is green with money-saving and planet-saving construction. Visit Alveston.com right now for all things green in construction. The friendly folks of Alveston have rolled out the green carpet just for you. Welcome!
Current and accurate. This is ANN.
Welcome back to this special edition of ANN, the Ag News Network. You know, we hope all the time that we can solve our problems locally, but I'll tell you what, if you get the right voice and send that person to Washington, D.C., it can make all the difference in the world. And in just about 4 months, voters in the 19th Congressional District will start separating the wheat from the chaff, eventually in November coming up with their representative in Washington, D.C. Tonight in the second segment, as we talk to more candidates, here are 2 more on why they want the job in their own words.
We're getting starved to death in the breadbasket of the nation, and it is a federal problem. It is a problem caused by both Republicans and Democrats in Washington, D.C. First things I intend to do when I get to Washington is to put together with other experts back there a set of legislative solutions that, one, ends the settlement, turns the water back on, and if we settle on anything in the future, it's going to be to make sure that water originating from this area stays in this area and goes to our farms and to our cities first. But I was also the mayor of the city that has a 60,000 acre feet a year contract out of Millerton Lake, and I know from the inside what that legislation means to the city of Fresno as well as to agriculture. We have got to get this economy back again, and jobs come when taxes are cut.
In our region, there is no more important issue than water. Without water, we're going to continue to see our unemployment levels escalate. We have a revolution going on right now. People are frustrated, not just Republicans, but Democrats, independents. People just frustrated that government is laying its heavy hand, whether it's on business or water or on our economy. We've got to make sure that we have conveyance with water that is getting to all of our farms. It is a very complicated situation that needs some very immediate action. I mean, we have huge unemployment here. I mean, this is Depression-era levels. You know, people are concerned about the roof over their head and the food on their table right now. I'm not going to look at a poll. I'm going to decide what I think is the best thing for my community. I'm not a north or south guy. I'm a valley guy.
A lot of the ag world came here last week. Here or there, ANN keeps a close watch on the world ag marketplace. Extreme weather ruins crops in places like Kenya. The African nation will use greenhouses and drip irrigation and try to grow tomatoes year-round. That would be a first for Kenya. New taste testing is sweeping Europe. It's called Taste Radar. Special consumer groups in France, Germany, and the UK sample fruit and vegetables and provide taste analysis. Through this process, TasteRadar.com boasts it can now measure taste. U.S. citrus predicts a boost abroad. Big demand in Korea, Canada, and Russia have California citrus growers forecasting a 13% export increase in the coming year. You know, there was a time when farm reporting was relegated to the wee small hours of the morning, And farmers were only interested in the weather forecast. Well, Matt Otstad shows us now how modern farming gets a big boost in that area these days.
John, weather watchers cannot predict when it will rain yet, but there is a lot of exciting technology behind knowing when it can.